Oh yeah, so my setup is a little different today in comparison to before. So before I was standing up, but today I'm going to be sitting down for this one, and probably for the next stream as well. Whenever I do that, but yeah, I'm actually sitting on my bed instead, and then my table is like a little higher up, so that way my back doesn't have to like go like you know. So pretty comfortable right now, but we'll see how this feels. Otherwise, I'll probably just go back standing back up, which I don't mind. But instead, I'm actually using my mirrorless camera for this one right here. My face cams was probably why it looks a lot nicer. It's like 60 frames per second here. But for here, this camera right here, I'm actually using my iPhone, my iPhone 12, along with EpoccCam, EpoccCam, which is a plugin which allows you to use your iPhone as the webcam. It'll read it as a webcam. So it's actually pretty cool. I forgot about using the iPhone as a webcam. It's definitely a viable thing. Like if you're starting out for streaming, your iPhone is definitely like the best camera you have on hand. So you don't have to like spend thousands of dollars to get a mirrorless camera like this one, for example, right here, which does work better with faces, right? Because it has a face tracking system. But when it comes to cards and stuff like that, like just a lot of things with like color and like just not a like a very certain type of background, it messes up the autofocus, so it won't autofocus. That's why in the past, a couple past streams, I had to like tap the screen just to focus again and refocus, and then that got a little annoying. And then lo and behold, I had a light bulb pop up in my head about the iPhone, because the iPhone's autofocus is very good. So in comparison, so like bam, look at my hand, and then bam right here. You know what I mean? Like, look how fast that is. That's so crazy. Look at that. It's magic, dude. This mirrorless camera right here is like what, $500 or something? Like 600-ish? Can't even do that. Although granted, yeah, this phone is what, like 1400 or 1200 or something like that. It is the iPhone 12 Pro. Granted, but you know, you'd normally think that the phone camera isn't as good as your DSLR or mirrorless camera, but they're actually catching up to the point where they're pretty on point in certain situations. Not all of them, but in certain situations, they're definitely very good for like practical versus the price, practicality versus the price, or performance and price wise. And then just a heads up though, you want to get the pro version of EpoccCam or EpoccCam or OBS or whatever, which is like $8, right? You just buy it on the smartphone, right? It's a smartphone app as well, so it connects together. You can either connect it with Wi-Fi or a cable, the lightning cable that your phone comes with. You have to make sure that it is actually Apple certified though, because very specific. But once you get that out of the way, your phone is a webcam. It's like the best webcam on hand. So I'm gonna be probably using this for a bit. I do still want to get myself the Sony A6400, but we'll see how this performs, because we still have to test out how this performs for this stream, right? But it's still, man, it's so crazy though of how fast the autofocus is comparing to my my mirrorless camera, dude. It's so crazy. Not to say that the mirrorless camera is bad. It's just it's for some reason it's very bad at tracking very specific things. You know, like cards, like objects, some objects. For example, it's good with people, and like, and the thing is that when you move the camera around, it activates the autofocus. So it's like a very different type of autofocusing too. And plus, it has like a contrast-based autofocusing, so not as good as like the one with Sony, because Sony has like the best autofocusing system out there for mirrorless cameras. So as much as I would like to use my iPhone for this type of thing right here, I'd rather have a dedicated device to do that for me, because I want to be able to use my phone during, you know, these situations. I mean, I have my iPad, which is right here, but I don't know. It would be nice to just have a camera with good autofocusing in general, because even during, you know, when I do like vlogs and stuff like that with my face and all that stuff, this camera right here chases the autofocusing so bad at times. It's very irritating, but it still works. But if you don't really like the chasing that it does, you definitely want to get something else. Do I regret buying it? A little bit, but it's still good for what it is. It's very small. It's very portable. So I'll probably use this for outdoor stuff, this camera right here someday, and then once I get the Sony a6400, then I'll get that going. I'll use that as like my main camera for YouTube and streaming and stuff, you know.